So this next tool, some people call it the pimple remover, or the spot healing brush is really what it's called. But basically what it does is it helps you clean up unwanted areas, let's just say. So here is my little guy, and he has, I think it's probably spaghetti on his cheeks right here. He probably fell down, which is right here, this little nick right here on his face. Little bitty pimples maybe, probably not, but maybe little bitty imperfections on his face. Let's get rid of all of that with this spot healing brush. It's one of my favorites. So I'm going to select it, and as you see down here, your pop-up box in the bottom corner gives you a couple different options. You have a healing brush, or you have the spot healing brush. I always use this spot healing brush. I keep it set to the defaults. If you want to, you can make your brush size bigger. I don't normally use these sliders, but I use a bracket key. So on my keyboard, I will use the right bracket to make it bigger. See how it's getting bigger? The bracket is located right below the backspace bar. Now I am on a PC, so it may not be in the exact location. Or it's right below the equal sign. There's a right bracket and a left bracket. The right bracket will make it bigger. The left bracket will make it smaller. I always use those short key commands because it does save a lot of time. But you can go down here and make your slider bigger or smaller. What I normally do is I'm going to make a duplicate so you can see the before and after. So I went to my layers and right clicked and choose duplicate layer. And then I'm going to come over here and let's see what we can get rid of. Now sometimes it works great and sometimes it doesn't work so great. Looks like it's working pretty good, and you want to make the brush about the same size as the imperfection. So if I come in here, I can click and drag, or I can just click, click, click. Either way is fine, whatever works for you. This is a great tool to get rid of some of your wrinkles as well. So I got rid of most of his imperfections. Let's just see the before and the after. So it works really good with pimples and things like that, especially if you're a teenager. Now let's look at another photo and see what else we can do with this wonderful tool. I'm going to open up this photo. Now there's a lot of people in the background that I did not really want to be in there. So let's do a total fix on this photo. I'm going to right click and duplicate that layer. I'm going to click on my right bracket. I'm going to make that brush size about the same size of the things that I want to get rid of. So I'm just going to click. Again, this may not work perfectly. You might have to go in there and use other tools, which I'll talk about later. But let's just see if we can't get rid of these really quickly. I'm just going to click and drag around this to see what happens. Pretty darn good. I think I'll keep, well, let's see. I think I'll keep everything else. We'll probably crop this photo too, but we haven't talked about the crop tool yet. So that's another way of getting rid of things in your page. Now, it doesn't always work perfectly. In this case, it worked pretty darn good because, you've got the lake behind there. But let's just open up another photo. And I'm not going to do this whole page, but you'll notice that I can also do bigger areas sometimes. Okay, so if I want to start getting rid of things, I can go in there and get rid of some things like that. So this is a cool tool. Doesn't always work perfectly, and there are other tools that you can use to get rid of things. The content aware tool, the I always say I gotta stop saying the clone stamp tool is another one that's really cool. So we'll talk about that in a few minutes. Thanks so much for watching this quick snippet from the Photo Editing and DigiScrap Academy. If you would like to see more of these short videos, I have went ahead and put some links inside of this video. You can go ahead and pause it to jot them down. I would love to see you over at our Photo Editing and DigiScrap private Facebook group. So check that out, hit the join button once you get into that private Facebook group, and I will go ahead and let you in. Thanks so much for joining, and have a great day. Bye for now.